Hey guys. Yeah, I am bored tonight. I couldn't think of anything else to do tonight, so I figured I'd just hop on here. There's this chat with you guys. Just do a little Q&A. You know, ask some questions, movie wise, or like anything movies, physical media. You know, anything about that kind of stuff, you guys. So yeah, I figured I'd just go live. For fun. This is gonna be like a fun little Q&A stream, just talk with you guys, everything like that. So, but thank you to everybody that's stopping by in the chat here. It really means a lot to me that you guys are showing up here and giving me the support. It really means a ton. So, and and yes, I am going to start try to do some more reviews at um anytime I have more free time from work, because I have been busy with work like a lot lately. So I haven't been as active as I'd like to be here, but when you get a full time job, you really have to um, you know, try to manage your time. So, but thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and stopping by. So, I see we got a couple people to chat. My buddy Reagan talks about movies. How's it going, pal? Happy to see you here. He said he finally watched Joker. It's now his second favorite movie of all time. Well, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And yeah, Joker is one of those movies that some people would consider overrated because it got a bunch of Oscar nominations and everything. I don't, because hold on a second, guys. I have this Blu-ray right behind me of Joker. I Need I say more about how much I love this film? It's awesome. Bought it as soon as it came out. I had to buy it, man. And my boy Fritzky is in the building. How's it going, buddy? Just gonna do like a little live hangout, Q&A. So just ask your questions. Um, you know, just ask your questions, all of that good stuff. I mean, I'd be happy to answer any questions you guys have. So yeah, and again, guys, thank you so much for your support and stopping by here, because it really means a lot to me. What is my job? Reagan asks. Well, I actually work at a hardware store. I do work as a sales associate. And there are times where I have to help up at the front of the cash register. So, yeah, I've been working 40 hours a week, and I've been trying to, kind of schedule myself, with YouTube stuff, but it's been hard because anytime I get home from work, um, yeah, anytime I get home from work, I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to watch TV. So I just watch TV and all that stuff. But you know what? It helps me, make some money, for the future. If whenever decided to start living in my own house or apartment at any point. So yeah, but thank you, Reagan, for asking that question. I did want to kind of say, um, I actually like telling you guys about some stuff in my life, unless if I really don't want to talk about it. Wow, second favorite, definitely amazing movie. One of my top 319, my top 50. Yeah, I think it's probably my top 60 or 75 at least. I love that film so much. I really love Joker. How was the snowfall up where you live? Well, I didn't have a snowfall today. We actually had it was actually kind of nice out today. Believe it or not, it was actually kind of nice out today. It was like about 40 degrees outside, and it wasn't bad. Actually, it actually felt kind of nice. So yeah, I actually felt it actually wasn't too bad outside. I did go out for a walk. I did go outside for a walk during my lunch break. When I had to go get something to eat, I stopped by my new movie theater that they're finishing up. I'm hoping they're going to open up by the end of March, as it says, so I can start going to movies after work. I can just walk to that theater. It's only like a 5 to 10 minute walk for me. Like, I could just go get something to eat and then just go show up at the movie after. Just go right after. So yeah, can't wait to start doing that. A boy Jared Runner's in the chat. How's it going, buddy? Happy to have you here. Like I said, if you guys have any questions for me, put them down in the chat. I mean, I'm happy to answer any questions. So, Reagan asks, favorite Steelbook I own. Well, it's a tie. It's actually a tie there, Reagan. So let's see. I got this Steelbook that my parents got me for Christmas, the Top Gun 4K Steelbook. This thing is gorgeous. I mean, the inside is really, really cool. I love the inside of this. And one that I actually picked up yesterday, as a matter of fact. I bought this at Best Buy. And it's the Hacksaw Ridge 4K Steelbook that I showed in my haul. Check this out, guys. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And yeah. And this was $23 at Best Buy. And I felt like I really needed to snag it up. Come on. Here, closed. Yeah, this was the best looking one for me. I was going to try to get the American Psycho and T2 Steelbooks that were like this one. Unfortunately, they were sold out, so I ended up going with Hacksaw Ridge. But this is honestly my favorite looking one for the Steelbooks, in my opinion. I hear the unliked out thing, man, especially the day before your day off. I have tomorrow off, and I crashed for 2 hours when I got home. Well, I don't really feel like I'm gonna have any free time on Friday because I'm actually hoping that I'm going to the theater to see Jackass Forever with my best friend. You know, because we were actually even thinking about if he didn't have to end up going to musical practice at 8 o'clock in the morning. We were thinking about doing a double feature where we would see Sing 2 and then see Jackass Forever. But since he's got to get to the auditorium by 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, we're just going to go to Jackass Forever, and that'll be it. Planning on making a Joker review Wednesday. I'll be there to watch it, but I got my notifications turned on for you. Hey, but at least you said you're not in school as well, right? Yes, I actually am just work. Don't mind juggling both because the shifts are short, 4 to 9 a.m. So class get out at 2. Yep. The Steelbook looks fantastic. I think he's referring to the one for Hacksaw Ridge. Those two Steelbooks are awesome. I don't have a ton of Steelbooks, but I want to get some more because they look so cool. Get the Hacksaw Ridge 4K Steelbook, Reagan, or even if you want to, get the Terminator 2 one. Like, if you could get it anywhere, like on Best Buy, like either on the website or in stores, pick it up. Even though I don't own it, it's worth. How many Steelbooks do I own? Jared Runner asks. You want to guys give me a second? Because let's see, I also got 31. Got Dark Knight and Batman Begins. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's come to the thing that's I think it's like about like 12 steelbooks actually. I don't collect that many steelbooks because I don't really get enough steelbooks like near my area. unfortunately. But any steelbook I find for a good price, I snag it up. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to show you guys a couple of the other. If you guys didn't watch my haul video from yesterday, I also picked up a couple other Lionsgate steelbooks, like Wonder. This is the Target exclusive steelbook for Wonder, and it's the Blu-ray for it. So I bought that one, and it was on sale at Target, so I was like, yeah, I gotta snag it up. And here's the one for Rob Zombie's 31, which I love this design, but the movie itself I never even watched. I don't really care to. Well, you guys want to see the design for this one? I really do like this one. But yeah, I like the steelbook. Just never watched the film, and I don't have any desire to. I'm gonna be honest. And plus, that one was on sale too. So yeah. What are all the consoles I own? Well, I do have a Nintendo 64. I'm a very retro kid. If you guys don't know. I also have a Nintendo Wii and an Xbox 360. I mean, I'm the guy that mostly likes playing retro games. Newer games are not really my style, if I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel like some newer games honestly take away fun. Honestly, like, of like what retro games honestly did for me. Like, I played like a lot of arcade games, and those were always so much fun. So, and me playing more retro games, it's more fun for me, honestly. Definitely two similar. Yep, but I'm seeing Jackass. Top four films that have been on your mind the most. I don't know, man. That's actually a good question. One that actually has been on my mind quite a bit. Let's see. Um, Black Dynamite is one of those movies that's been on my mind for a while. Um, I'm trying to think. Or if you want to say like to rewatch, like one that's been really on my mind was Hacksaw Ridge. One that I want to see that's been on my mind to think about seeing is Sonic, which is coming out later this year, and another one to rewatch, or just one that I just can't get the style of out of my mind is Last Night in Soho. So I hope that answers your question. Hey, Alex Lopez, aka Alex is awesome on Instagram. Go follow him. He has a lot of awesome Funko Pops. I'm doing great, man. I just wanted to pop up for you guys and chat with y'all. Cheapest steelbook I got was two. Nice. I think the cheapest steelbook I got was actually $5. That was with the Dark Knight steelbook. Found that at a pawn shop out of all places. Nice, dude. The Wonder steelbook looks gorgeous. Honestly, I really love that design, and the movie itself is freaking awesome. Honestly, it's so good. Um, wow. Wait, what steelbooks do you have, Jared? Let me know down in the chat. I'm actually kind of curious. What's the cheapest piece of physical media you bought? If you're talking about Blu-rays, the cheapest one I found was for $1. Actually bought 8 movies for $1 each, and one of them was a movie that I actually recommended Reagan that he really loved, which was Sing Street. If I can find it. Oh yeah, it's right down here. Yes, this movie. I didn't even mention this in my top 20 that I live stream that I did with Zach Milne. So go check that video out. Had a lot of fun discussions and also reading some really funny comments, especially from Alex Lopez when he said that Up is about Carl from Up is about Martin Scorsese getting tying his house up with balloons to get away from Marvel fans. I thought that was really funny, and yeah, good on you, buddy. Yeah, I saw Black Dynamite about 2-3 weeks ago, and I thought it was hysterical. And comedies don't usually get a good laugh out of me. You need to shut the up when grown folks is talking. Oh yes, dude, that is so funny. Black Dynamite is one of the best parody films I've ever seen. Maybe I think it definitely crawled into my top three favorite parody films. Like it's a parody like of the 1970s movie stuff and like culture, and it pays good respect if I'm gonna be honest, because that movie is so funny. I just realized. Yep. Yeah, because I actually just watched the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, and I had about 12 minutes left. I didn't even finish it. The movie sucked horribly. Dude, yes, Sing Street was absolutely incredible. Yeah, I found that for $1 at a Goodwill, so I was like, yeah, I need to pick this up. It was one of my favorites at the time. It's just, it wasn't as much like before. Like it's not like it wasn't like in the top like 16 favorites or anything like that. Um, it was in like the top like 160 or something like that, and it crawled into my top 10. Um, I watched it twice in one day. I watched it once and I loved it so much that I started it back over. It was so good. Sing Street is absolute. Yes. More people need to talk about Sing Street. Nice. Lonesome Dove, the miniseries, and Journey. Okay. Well, Jared, if you actually want a recommendation for a steelbook, I think you should go on buy. She also got this one, The Wolf of Wall Street. This is another steelbook to answer Reagan's question. What is another favorite steelbook I own? This is another one of them. I really love this design. And shout out to AJ Reacts too if he's watching this for sending that to me, because I was looking to get that steelbook for a while. Currently watching the great. Hope you enjoy it, man. Hope you're enjoying it so far. DiCaprio. Is it the DiCaprio version? If it is, then I'm proud of you. Didn't really care for the version with Robert Redford, but the one with DiCaprio is really good. I didn't think I'd enjoy Black Dynamite as much as easily in my top 30 film. Nice, nice, nice. Maybe I might bump up my score when I rewatch it, but we'll see. Top bands of all time, Fritzky asks. Well, one of the my favorite band of all time, if you guys don't know, is actually Green Day. I actually saw those guys in concert when they did the Hell and Mega tour with Weezer and Fall Out Boy. And Billy Joe Armstrong is a great showman. He is freaking hilarious on stage. Slipknot is another band that I love. Pantera, also really love Pantera. And I've actually been also getting kind of the back of the swing of like some uh, country artists that my family really likes, like Chris Young, Kane Brown, and all that stuff. I mostly like a rock and metal guy, but sometimes I like to listen to country music, because I feel like they're just like stress relievers, honestly, in my opinion. Sometimes country music is like a stress reliever for me. I've seen people actually saying Sing Street is one of their favorite films of all time, but not many people I talked to, like that I talked to, honestly, I've never really seen Sing Street. If I'm gonna be honest, dude, like that's a film that more people need to see. And Zach Milne, if he's watching this, was so happy that I pointed out Sing Street. Yes, like that film right there is the definition of a masterpiece. If you guys have never seen Sing Street and you love music, like you love like different types of music movies, I think you're really gonna dig Sing Street. And, like it's really, really awesome. Oh, okay, cool. It is a DiCaprio. Good. I didn't care for the Robert Redford one, but the DiCaprio one, also with Tobey Maguire and Carey Mulligan, I thought was really good, directed by Baz Luhrmann. What is one? What is the one film movie that people have said is amazing, but you didn't like? That's a really good question, Reagan. That's actually a really good question because usually I actually do side. um, with a majority a lot of the times. But if you want to talk about one from last year, I heard some people say that they love Matrix Resurrections, but I found that film so boring. Honestly, the first act was just a rehash of the first film. The second act was just boring. The third act saved the film for me. Honestly, the third act saved the movie, but I thought that film was extremely boring. Green Day was my first. Nice. Yep, and I know he's a huge Slipknot fan. If you guys don't know Frinsky, he's a huge Slipknot fan. I did watch Black Dynamite a couple weeks ago for the first time. Nice, nice. Let me know what you thought of it, Jerry, down in the comments. I think I saw your letterbox rating, but I don't know what you gave it. But gonna go back to Reagan's question. Um, I'm trying to think of other movies that people have said they love, like they said is amazing, but I didn't like, because that's honestly a really good question. But if you kind of want to swap that, a movie that I think is really good, that I know a lot of people don't really like, is actually The Basketball Diaries. That's a film that I really love, and it's in my top. I think it's in my. It is definitely one of my favorites of all time. Or if you want to talk about another one that I really liked, or one that I love, actually. If you want to talk about one that I love that I know a lot of people don't like, I'll pull it out. Yep, The Incredible Hulk. I don't care what anybody says. This is in the top 10 for the MCU for me. I love this film. I've watched it a bunch of times growing up. And yeah, I really love this movie. I love this one. So sorry to anybody that hates The Incredible Hulk. I'm sorry. What are some of the most painful movie viewings you have ever seen? Are you saying like for movies that suck? If you want to say for movies that suck, I can give you quite a few examples actually. Um, One that I will say is actually The Fog, 2005. I can't believe I tortured myself with that movie. I watched it on Amazon Prime a few years ago. I turned it off when there was like half an hour left. Like I didn't care. The movie sucked. Honestly, it sucked. It was so boring. The performances were not. The characters are garbage in the movie. Got a couple from last year, which were He's All That, which was just one of the most insufferable films I've ever seen in my life. I would say Home Sweet Home Alone, but I give credit to Archie Yates for at least trying with that film. False Positive. That film was garbage, and I didn't even finish that one either. And Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. I did not finish that film. I had like 12 minutes left of that film. I didn't even bother finishing it. It sucked. Yes. Yes, Reagan, I agree with you. News of the World is underrated. You know what? I would have liked to have seen that get nominated for Best Picture over Nomadland. I know it's a hot take. Um, Fear and Loathing in Las. Yes, yes. Thank you. I think it's just people are not like used to the trippiness of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So yeah, I I love Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That is one of my favorite films of all time. Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying. Movies that were hard for me to sit through. Uh, I if you really want a good answer on that, actually, a couple of good answers. Yeah, one would be Requiem for a Dream. I've That's one of those films I've honestly wanted to go back and watch a second time, but it's hard for me to do that because it's such a depressing film, and it will honestly never make you want to touch heroin or even try or even do heroin or anything like any drugs. or anything like that. And another one would actually be the Yorgos Lanthimos film, The Killing of a Sacred Deer. That film was honestly really tough for me to get through. Like, it's a fantastic film by Yorgos Lanthimos with fantastic performances by Colin Farrell and Nicole Kidman. I forgot who else is in the movie. Let me pull out my Blu-ray. Who else is in this? Barry Keoghan. Oh yeah, Barry Keoghan. Wasn't that the guy in Eternals? I can't remember, but he looks like him, though. I will say that. He looks like him. Like one of the guys in Eternals. But yeah, The Killing of a Sacred Deer is one of those films it was really hard for me to get through. Even though I got through it in one go, it was just it's such a hard film to watch. It's so disturbing. Um, Sorry, hold on. Did you see the trailer for the new Texas Chainsaw movie? I don't usually see trailers, but I saw the one and it made cringe too hard. Phones, the bus scene at the end. Yeah, I've never watched that trailer. I might watch that actually. It looks interesting. Um, Von Trier's, and speaking of Lars von Trier, I recently watched Melancholia with Kirsten Dunst. That is one of the few that is honestly one of the few films that I felt very conflicted by on my first watch. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it again in February, or maybe in just a few days, just so I can really solidify my thoughts and see how much it improves for me. Because there were things about it that I really liked, and other things I was like, "What the heck is this?" So yeah, I will watch Melancholia again, and maybe it'll probably take me a couple watches to watch The House That Jack Built. Thanks, Reagan, and thank you so much for the support. And yes, I'm hoping to hit 200 subscribers soon, hopefully through this year. Okay, so favorite films for the following directors: Tarantino, Nolan, Fincher, Scorsese, Spielberg, De Palma, Edgar Wright, and Spike Lee. Tarantino would be Inglourious Bastards for me. Nolan, The Prestige. Fincher would be Fight Club. Can't talk about Fight Club. Scorsese, The Departed. I love The Departed, honestly. The Departed is one of my all-time favorites. Steven Spielberg. I'm gonna go with my gut instinct because of the film that I grew up with watching the most from his is E.T. Brian De Palma, probably probably Scarface. If I'm gonna be honest, either Scarface or Carlito's Way. Edgar Wright, Scott Pilgrim. That's so easy. And Last Night in Soho almost gave it a tie, honestly. But Scott Pilgrim is still my favorite. It took me two shots to really give it my full appreciation. I've seen it 4 times now, and that film is so good. It's so funny, very stylistic. It's got great music in it too. And Spike Lee, it's a tie between Do the Right Thing and 25th Hour. And for those of you that have been following my channel, 25th Hour was actually one of the very first films I ever reviewed on the channel. So go check that review out. I haven't seen Requiem for a I know Jared Runner has not seen a lot of films, and I'm trying to recommend him some movies. I'm just going to warn you, buddy. Um, that is not an easy film to get through. Like, that is not going to be easy to get through. There is going to be people that are going to be saying, like, oh, it's uncomfortable because Jared Leto rubs you the wrong way. Shout out to Zach Goller for that joke. That was actually pretty funny. Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club. Sue me. uh, Fight Club is for sure my favorite Fincher film. And if you guys want to see it, um, if you guys want to see a review for that movie, uh, let me know down in the chat. I would more than likely like to do a review for that movie. See, favorite for Alex. Let's see. Tarantino is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. From Nolan, The Dark. See, I kind of go with a more obscure picks, like one that you don't usually see a lot of people picking. One of them, what like for me, I picked Inglorious Bastards. I mean, I know a lot of people love that film. Um, Dark Knight is like the biggest. Like everyone picks that one, and I'm like, come on, you guys got to give the Prestige a chance. Fincher is okay. There you go. That's a. I know Fight Club is also the popular pick for a favorite Fincher film, but Zodiac is definitely a good one. Scorsese is Goodfellas for Alex. It's his favorite film of all time. Um, Spielberg, yep. Raiders, De Palma, Scarface. It, yeah, Baby Driver is always the most popular pick now for a favorite Edgar Wright film. I've only seen that movie once. I watched it back when it first came out, and I loved it. It was actually a tie with that and Coco for my favorite film of 2017. But it's just not one of those films that I've honestly gone back to watch. Like, I want to rewatch it because I love Edgar Wright, and I thought the film was freaking awesome. The soundtrack is great. But for me, it's honestly not as rewatchable as some of the other Edgar Wright films. Like for me, the most rewatchable one is Scott Pilgrim. Easy. Like Scott Pilgrim, I've seen 4 times already. So I don't know. But thank you for coming out, Fritzky. Enjoy your Popeyes. Yeah, fight. Yeah, I love Popeyes. I've tried their chicken sandwich there before, and it's really good. Have you seen China release the? Huh. I didn't know they released a new ending for Fight Club. But yeah, that's actually uh, kind of an interesting thing that you brought up there. And he says he might get sued because he broke the first. No, dude. Someone's gonna fight you now since because you broke the first rule of Fight Club. I just like making that joke whenever I break the first rule of Fight Club or anything like that. Like I'm not supposed to talk about Fight Club. I just say, oh crap, I just broke the first rule. Don't fight me. That's always the joke I like to make about that, because Fight Club is my favorite Fincher film. It's so fun. It's funny, and it's got some really good dramatic moments as well. Fight Club is the definition of awesomeness, if I'm going to be honest. And I think it is honestly one of Edward Norton's career best, besides American History X. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Even though I really love both of those films, and they are amongst my favorites of all time. If you guys don't know. But yeah, guys. If you guys got any more questions, leave them down in the chat. I'm always happy to take your guys' questions. Ask me about physical media. You know, that is coming in February. Maybe ask about movies that I'm planning on seeing. Because there's actually quite a bit of movies I'm actually trying to plan on seeing, that I really would like to see at some point this year. So yeah, I mean, ask some questions about that for movies I want to see this year, or one that I'm most looking forward to seeing in the theater once I actually get once we actually get the new theater in my area. So then, like after work, I could just walk to the theater. Well, walk and go get something to eat, and then afterwards, I can just go to the theater. So and then just enjoy the film. So that's something I'm starting to plan on doing. Once my new theater opens up. So Gold Pizza Brains in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Happy to see you here. If you got any questions, like I said, leave them down in the chat. I'm always happy to take your guys' questions. What's a film that you like to rewatch the most now? Good question, actually. Because if you guys follow me on Letterboxd, you might know that I have seen Blood Diamond 5 times in 1 year. I did say I was gonna try to like watch it like once every 2 months, but I've already seen it 5 times, honestly. Like I've seen it 5 times. I do eventually want to watch it again for a sixth time. Because that film is something else, man. I freaking love that movie. Um, I've seen The Incredible Hulk about 20 times, about 10 or so times, or maybe even 30, because of how much I watched it a lot when I grew up with it. And Ghostbusters for sure is honestly one of the most rewatchable '80s classics for me. And if you guys did not watch my my haul video, I actually recently upgraded this masterpiece to 4K. Found this at Best Buy for a decent price, so I figured I needed to pull the trigger on it. And plus, Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies of all time, so yeah, I had to buy that on 4K. What is your favorite cover artwork? Good question. Um, if you're talking about like movie poster wise, I think honestly, like I really love the Hellraiser poster. If that honestly answers your question, or if you want to talk about like Blu-ray cover artwork, I gotta look on my shelf here to kind of give you an answer on that. Um, oh, I like this one, the one for Halloween Kills. Like it's just like it's like Michael's mask is embossed. It's just simple, dude. I love that. I love that poster. So, and I'm definitely looking forward to watching it again at some point. My boy Tyron is in the chat. How's it going, pal? I knew he was joking about that one. What are your thoughts on the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I know a lot of people say it's not very good, but the visuals. That's a film I grew up with. I actually, admittedly, I've watched that one more than um, than Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, because I feel like the visuals of that film are honestly better in a lot of ways. But objectively, but speaking subjectively, obviously Willy Wonka's better. But because of how much nostalgia I have for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I just can't get enough of it. How's your? I've been doing great, man. I've been doing pretty good. It's been a good day. So, what Suicide Squad character do you hope will get their own spin-off show after Peacemaker? Either want Bloodsport or King Shark. I know. Yes, I know. I said King. King Shark would be an interesting one, but I honestly, even though we kind of got a tragic backstory about Ratcatcher 2 in the Suicide Squad, I actually want to see. I actually want to see a spin-off show about Ratcatcher 2. If I'm going to be honest, like I want like more of her backstory that she had with her father. Like, and if like before, eventually he died. Like, I want to see like the connection like in the first episode that she had with her father before she eventually became Ratcatcher 2, like as she is. My man, Movies and Train Studios. What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? What do you think of Apocalypse Now? It's a classic, dude. It's fantastic. Francis Ford Coppola directed the crap out of that film, and it's awesome. Yep. Are you pushing today? I don't know what kind of question is that there, bro. But again, guys, if you got any more questions, I'll try to go for a little bit longer if you guys want to do it. If you guys want that. So again, if you guys got any more questions, drop them in the chat. I mean, again, I'm always happy to answer your guys' questions. So, I mean, I love chatting with you guys. It's honestly, the best way for me to like to do this kind of stuff is doing a live stream. So, and even I like chatting with you guys, like direct messaging you guys on Instagram or Twitter. Um, so yeah, but honestly, chatting with you guys like on a live stream on YouTube, I think is honestly the most fun. Um, yeah, but I honestly have no idea. But you guys are seriously the best. So Tyrant says the Suicide Squad was fantastic. One of my top 20 favorite films of all time. I love the Suicide Squad. I hadn't seen Apocalypse Now until like a couple weeks ago, and I watched the final cut, and I'm obsessed with it. If you watch, I've seen the theatrical cut of Apocalypse Now. I definitely want to watch the Redux and the final cut of that movie. Watch Burn, Never Watch Again. On which super let's see, Batman Begins, Superman, or Spider Man. Come on. Oh man, I love all three. You guys might be disappointed with what I'm going to say, but I'm actually going to go with Superman 1978. It's a great film. I definitely grew up with watching that one, but still, I would honestly, if you want more satisfying ones, I like watching Batman Begins, and Spider-Man 2002 was my definite childhood right there. Oh yeah, chilling and pause. Yep, yep. I bought the one that's nice, the one with the King Shark lenticular. I love that actually. I really wish I could have double dipped on that, but I guess I was a little too late. But I don't know. I really love the Suicide Squad. I'm back for a sec, but just posted my letterbox. Nice. I definitely will be checking that out after I log off. So, but again, guys, I'm still gonna keep going for a little while. If you guys got any more questions, let me know down in the chat. But if you guys don't got anything else you um, want to ask or anything like that, I'll just call it now. But again, you guys, I love chatting with you guys. So I'm gonna chat with you guys a little bit longer. You know, maybe we can do like a little physical media discussion. You guys want to do that? Because February seems to be a very stacked month for newer releases. Like not just movies coming to 4K or anything like that. Like the Green Mile is coming out. And Wayne's World is actually getting a steelbook, which I'm very excited for. I actually would pre-order the steelbook for Wayne's World. So, but yeah, we got Ghostbusters Afterlife and Clifford the Big Red Dog coming out tomorrow. So excited to buy Ghostbusters Afterlife, even how crappy the 4K cover looks. And you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and buy Clifford. I didn't think it was that terrible, honestly. It's just harmless fun. And then February 8th, we got Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. We got Encanto, which I'm so excited to buy. And King Richard. I'm so for sure buying King Richard because that movie was something else, man. And I really want my parents to watch that film. Like, if they want like to see an inspiring story, I definitely would show them that film. And my mom actually did like Last Night in Soho. She actually did like that film. So yeah, I was actually very happy about that. I'm going to catch up on this chat. What is the best trilogy of all time for you? If you're talking about film series or trilogy, Alex, make up your mind here, man. But if you want to say series, I'm going to go with the Hellraiser series. There you go. I'm gonna stream it a few. I'll catch up on that there, buddy. Another movie I watched. Nice RoboCop, the original. The two is good. RoboCop 2, I think, is actually pretty good. I think that one's a lot of fun. 3, screw 3. What do you think of the show? Do I need to say anything else about The Shawshank Redemption that has not been said already, dude? It is one of my favorite films of all time. It's phenomenal. Are you gonna get the? I want to get that Steelbook. Actually, I might actually pre-order that. Because I don't own La La Land in my collection, and I actually want to own it. So I might get that Steelbook. What movie you wanted to buy but never did and was sold? Jared, that is such a good question. Like, honestly, dude, that is such a good question. Um, One that I actually did want to buy when my Walmart actually still had it was actually a few 4K movies, like which were Snatch, G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra, and Retaliation. I know, but I wanted to get those in preparation to because I was gonna pick up Snake Eyes, but I didn't buy it day one because I did not like the movie at all. I bought the Blu-ray, gave it a second shot, enjoyed it more. Um, I watched it a third time not too long ago, and it's a decent film. Honestly, it's decent, but I don't, I don't know, honestly, you guys. But I did want to get the I did really want to get those films on 4K, and I really wish I would have gotten Voyagers as soon as it came out. But I never even heard of that film when it came out because I think it came out around the same time as Godzilla versus Kong did, if I remember right. Okay, film trilogy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dark Knight trilogy. I enjoy RoboCop 2, but it's not nearly as great as the original, and I do enjoy. The remake. The remake, I actually I think is actually pretty underrated. It does try to go like in the formula, like what the remake of Total Recall did, in some ways. But yeah, and RoboCop 3 would have made it honestly be a decent RoboCop if it. Yes, I will agree with that. Actually, I will agree with that it would have made a decent film if it wasn't a RoboCop movie. And Robert John Burke should not have been cast for that film. It should have stayed with Peter Weller, if I'm going to be honest. But what 2019 movies you consider it as future movie classics? One of them would be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, for sure. Um, I would say Rocket Man. Rocket Man was phenomenal. I love that film so much. Uh, Parasite's already a classic by this point, honestly. So, yeah, but Parasite for sure. Joker is another one. The Lighthouse. You guys got to check out The Lighthouse if you have never seen it. It is so good, and that's living proof that Robert Pattinson can act. Like seriously, that movie is living proof right there that he can act. Stop holding that guy accountable for Twilight. I'm sorry, but that is one of those films that shows that Robert Pattinson can act, and um, like why I think he would fit the role for playing as Bruce Wayne slash Batman in the new Batman film, which I will be seeing. I promise you guys that I will see the Batman. But um, my best friend actually is being part of a musical, and if they delay it to the weekend when the Batman comes out, then I probably will be seeing it a week later. But if they keep it at the week that it's scheduled as right now, then I will be seeing it that weekend. So don't rush me. Like, even if everybody says that the Batman is a masterpiece, do not rush me into seeing that, okay? Please, just don't rush me into seeing that movie. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to see it. Like, if I don't see it opening weekend, don't push me to see end up just watching it, okay? Because again, like we're busy people. Like we don't always have time to see every single movie in the world. So Lighthouse is one of the best A24 films, absolutely. I think it's honestly top three for me for A24. Only behind Under the Skin and Lady Bird for me personally. Minari is also kind of a front runner. So Favorite actor, Jared Runner asks. Is this even a question at this point, bro? It's Ewan McGregor. I've been a big fan. I've been experimenting a lot of his films last year. Actually, a lot of his more smaller films than other than just his Star Wars movies. Because Trainspotting is my favorite film of all time, and watching his other films, I was very much so in awe of how great of an actor he was. But with a film like Cassandra's Dream, I was very disappointed in that film. I thought that film was extremely boring. But Ewan McGregor was honestly one of the biggest saving grace of the film, as well as Colin Farrell. But I thought the film was actually really boring, and he was a huge saving grace for the movie Mordecai with Johnny Depp, in my opinion. Sounds good, buddy. Thank you so much for still stopping by. Robert Pattinson, besides Twilight in his career, is fantastic. He was in Harry Potter. I don't know. He was here. He was in a film called Maps to the Stars by um yeah. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna just gonna text it. Okay, sorry about that. Because a friend texted me that he said that he thought he missed the stream and I hope it went well, but I'm still streaming right now if he wants to join. So just join the chat. Um, yeah, yeah. But I know that Robert Pattinson was in a movie called Maps to the Stars from David Cronenberg. He was also in a movie called The Rover. And yes, he was in The Lighthouse. Good time. Yes, I love Good Time. Tenet was fantastic, and The Batman. So excited for The Batman. Hopefully, Robert Pattinson can pull it off. I mean, I have so much faith in that dude. Like, you guys have no idea how much faith I have in Robert Pattinson. Because ever since he made a huge comeback with his career with Good Time or The Lighthouse, I've had so much faith in this dude that I honestly have been so curious to actually watch to not just curious but also more how do I say this uh, and it gave me more faith in him that he actually could become a phenomenal actor. So yeah, with those few films, I it gave me faith for Robert Pattinson, like for his future stuff, and I think he could become a new, like a much more newer icon with his role as Bruce Wayne with the upcoming Batman film, and I'm super excited to see how that turns out. Matt Reeves directing it. I'm very excited to see. Recently got the Stranger Things season 2 on 4K. So pumped to watch the. You guys are honestly gonna hate me for this, but I have never seen a single episode of Stranger Things. Like, I've wanted to watch it because I actually have this right behind me. I have this little Blu-ray for Stranger Things that's like a little VHS box, and I got this on sale at Target. Believe it or not, but I still have not gotten around to. So yeah, but I do eventually want to um watch this show at some point. It's just I'm not usually the kind of guy that's just gonna continuously binge TV shows because I feel like it's hard for me to honestly finish a show. Like I really got to manage my time to really binge a show if you guys want to say that. But I don't know. So I have no idea, but I definitely would like to watch it. Yeah, Reagan's already screaming at me to watch it. I'll try to manage my time and watch the show at some point, man. But don't try. If I don't watch the show, please don't be mad at me, because it's just I don't always have time to watch TV shows. It's hard for me to honestly get on a binge of TV shows, honestly, because I was starting a binge of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I haven't even finished the show yet. Like, I haven't even gotten past season one. And I've only gotten to the second episode of Better Call Saul of season two, and still haven't even finished it. Stranger Things is like a. Yep, I know that. And Fritzky's back. Thank you so much for coming back, my guy. The only show I have interest at the moment is Twin Peaks because I want. Oh, okay. Okay. But one show I definitely do want to finish up before. There definitely is one show I want to finish up um, before they decide to make another season, which is Peacemaker. I actually do want to finish that show because I actually am planning a season one review of the show at some point because I am really digging Peacemaker so far. I think it is hysterical, but there are times where the jokes just drag on, and I'm like, okay, can we please move on a little bit, please? But yeah, I'm really enjoying Peacemaker so far, and I still need to watch What If and Hawkeye. I haven't even bothered watching Hawkeye because some of my friends said it wasn't good. Like, I don't know, honestly, man, but I definitely want to try to finish Peacemaker. Well, thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. Like, just for me, it's hard for me to finish TV shows. Like if it's for a show I truly love, like like SpongeBob or Drake and Josh or anything like that, I can just put on random episodes of the show, like, or heck, just watch some like my VHS tapes of like SpongeBob or Rugrats or something like that, and just watch those episodes because I feel like it's an easier way to kill my time, honestly, rather than just watching like straightforward episodes like back to back, like because I feel like there are going to be times where it honestly just gets tiring for me. TV shows I don't connect to because I have a very short attention span and I'd rather watch a bunch. Yes, yes, I agree with you, buddy. Because and plus there are a lot of films I need to get through. I'm doing a 100 movies I missed project this year. I'm already 17 movies in, surprisingly. It's only the beginning of the year, so hopefully I can still finish it. Hopefully I can finish it before the end of the year, because most of the films I've watched I really liked. So yeah, I'm trying to finish this up. Yeah, man, rewatching Joker, like I watched that on New Year's Eve of 2020 because I felt like it was going to be the best film to end off the year for me. Even since I had because oh no, I was thinking of something different, but it's a different year. But it was a really good way for me to end off 2020 after such a rough year we've had with 2020. So I felt like Joker was the proper film to end off that year for me. It was actually I've already watched a few episodes of Hell House. I just haven't finished it. It's really good. It's actually very good so far. Actually, I just haven't finished it yet. What are your thoughts on Demon Slayer Mugen Train? I watched the movie with AJ Reacts too, so shout out to him for watching it with me. It's got me interested in watching that show. So yeah, I definitely want to watch the Demon Slayer show because the movie I thought was freaking awesome. What are your favorite A24 films? Fritzky asks. Um, Something like I pointed out already, Lady Bird, um, Under the Skin, The Lighthouse, Minari, Also Good Time, um, Uncut Gems, of course. I can't forget about Uncut Gems. Um, Midsummer is freaking awesome. Hereditary is really good. Son of a Gun, actually. Son of a Gun is another really underrated A24 film with Ewan McGregor and Brenton Thwaites. I think I watched that film a couple times last year, and I thought it was very good. Honestly, um I don't know, man. Just something with me about you. It's just something about me with Ewan McGregor. I can't get enough of the dude. Honestly, like honestly, when I watch his films, like he's just honestly he's just so inspiring for me. Honestly, he's very inspiring. He's a very inspiring actor. Yeah, Midsummer, Hereditary, and mid '90s for Fritzky. Good Time, yeah, buddy. Good Time's awesome. I wish I saw Joker in theaters because I wanted to see the audience. You know what, man? That actually would have been awesome. But because usually the theaters I go to, everyone's pretty much quiet. Like they don't like cheer for a lot of stuff, you know. But when I go and see Jackass this weekend, hopefully this Friday, I think I'm probably gonna have my best friend like call me, like trying to like calm me down like at a lot of moments because I'm just gonna be laughing too hard. Because as a fan of Jackass, honestly, I really feel like I'm just gonna be laughing too hard. Well, honestly, like even if the people honestly just watch the movie and they're gonna turn around and be like, um, bro, calm down. It's not that funny. And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? This is hilarious. So I really feel like Jackass Forever is honestly going to be the movie that I really am going to go crazy with my laughter, if I'm going to be honest. Like, and I kind of did go crazy with my laughter with Free Guy when I saw it with one of my other buddies from high school, and yeah, but I just didn't like, I wasn't trying to like laugh out loud and disrupt the audience, but I was cracking up on a lot of moments of Free Guy. So I think Jackass Forever is probably going to be that film that is going to make me laugh even harder, if I'm going to be honest with y'all. There's a My theater was actually pretty quiet for No Way Home, and they were laughing at certain points as well. But there were times where I almost wanted to freak out watching No Way Home. The only one I've ever had good react. Seriously, dude, I'm so jealous that you guys had so many good reactions with No Way Home. I was like one of the only people that was actually feeling stuff that was actually happening with No Way Home. That ending is so shocking for Joker. Yeah, that ending for Joker is amazing. I'll try to go on for a few more minutes, guys. But um, if you also want to talk about a kind of a funny theater experience, so if any of you guys have not seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, you might want to turn the stream off. But when the CGI Egon Spangler ghost appeared next to McKenna Grace, um, I about teared up. Like I was really about to tear up. And sorry, something was stuck in my throat. But there was actually a moment in the film, we're talking about Egon Spangler. The CGI ghost for him appearing next to Phoebe, McKenna Grace's character. My mom was sitting right next to me, and she was like, "Stop." I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, how does this not make you cry? Like, seeing a CGI Harold Ramis ghost in the movie. Like, how does that not make you cry?" Oh man, that scene alone, honestly, even though I really love the rest of the film, but that scene alone made me love the film even more. Honestly, that was such a freaking awesome scene that made me, honestly, it almost made me want to just cry my eyes out after leaving the theater. Because seriously, that is such an emotional moment. If I'm going to be honest. Yep, yep. Definitely see that right there about the. I think it was for No Way Home. I also saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in theaters. Yep. I actually started going back to the movie theaters back in April of last year when I saw Mortal Kombat, and that was when I felt like I really was missing the whole cinematic experience for about like 6 years. Uh, that's fine, Jared. I mean, if you want to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife, pick it up. You can pick it up tomorrow when it comes out. Is despite that crappy cover, I'm sure you're really going to enjoy the movie. The scene could have gotten executed wrong, but Egon appeared. Yes, that seriously is one of the most tear-jerking moments I've ever had in a movie. Like, if that film didn't make like Encanto, honestly made me cry like about 5 times. Like there were 5 times in the movie where I was like really tearing up, and 3 times in No Way Home where I was tearing up. That just goes to show you guys how much like emotional core they actually put to these films. And yeah, I don't know, man, but with Ghostbusters Afterlife, if you guys have never seen it and you're hardcore fans of Ghostbusters like me, you should have seen it in the theater. Honestly, like I did. I saw it with my parents because my parents were actually the ones that actually introduced me to Ghostbusters when I was a kid. When I was about like 6 or 7 years old. I fell in love with it ever since, and it became like my childhood classic for me was Ghostbusters. So going into this one, I was actually a little bit nervous. I mean, I was very excited to go in to see it, but I was also kind of nervous. Like, I don't know what made me nervous about it. Just the fact that they were also kind of bringing in the some of the cast back. I was like, okay, how are they going to do this? But thankfully enough, they don't appear until the third act of the movie. So it wasn't just them, like kind of being old dudes just making stupid jokes. The jokes in this one are fantastic, honestly. I got Afterlife digitally for $20. Nice. I'm picking it up tomorrow on a 4K. Again, despite how crappy that cover looks, I'm gonna buy it because I love that film so much. If you guys want to do a watch party for Ghostbusters Afterlife, I'd be more than happy to do so. But guys, thank you so much for coming to the stream tonight, you guys. It has been a really awesome um, time talking to you guys. If you guys are not already, hit that subscribe button down below. Click on that notification bell. We are getting close to 200 subscribers. So, and thank you, Reagan, for having so much faith in me to get to 200 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. So, and thank you guys so much for showing up for this stream. Because, again, it means so much to me. Like, I love you guys. Honestly, I love you guys. I really love you guys. And thank you guys so much for continued support of the channel. And yeah, I got more movie reviews coming here fairly soon. I do want to review Hotel Transylvania 4. I watched that recently. And yes, I actually am planning on a review for the Ice Age Avengers of Buck Wild, even though that film was garbage. But it'll be the first time in a while where I actually rant about a film. Like, because usually I don't really like reviewing films, like, just ranting about them fully. Like, they have, like, no redeeming qualities. But I'll do that with this one. So, look forward to that review and much, much more. You guys are seriously awesome. So thank you guys so much for once again for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Take care.